Today on Living by Faith.
That you've become comfortable in from the previous way that you've been thinking. But when you start thinking differently, it makes a demand on every other part of your life to move, and you're going to be uncomfortable from the initial start of that. But that comfort zone will be the next level comfort zone that you move from because you've been thinking that way for so long.
No doubt about it.
I am the master of repetition. I want to go over and over stuff to ensure that, first of all, you have received in the place that you should receive the information that I'm imparting. Got it? Your parents used to say, and some of you teenagers who are here, you will be able to attest to this fact that they have said the same thing over and over again. Did you say thank you? They say thank you. Mom, how many of you have been there before? Your mother or you have been the one who told your child the same thing over and over, and they just kind of tired of you at this point? And you respond by saying, I just want you to know, baby. Amen. And if you don't know, okay, if you can't show, you don't know. I don't care how much you have heard love your enemies. If you're not loving them yet, you still need to hear it. Amen. I'm going on this side. So I may become even more now than I ever have been repetitive, because repetition lends a lot of weight to retention. What I hear over and over again gives greater access to retaining what I've heard. And so I may have said what I'm going to say today, last week, but be patient with me, because if you're not doing it, you still haven't heard in the place that I'm trying to get this information to. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Yes. Do you understand? Yes. So tell your neighbor, say, he's going to repeat some stuff you may have heard. But don't get weary. Roll with it, rock with it, lean with it, whatever. I don't know. Dab on it. Because I don't know how many times I've told you to hang with those who have your answer and get away from those who got your problem. And some of y'all still with people who got your problem. It's apparent to me that I haven't said it enough. Whoever you hang with, greater you will soon become like. Now that can be a great thing, but that can be a depressing thing. You show me your friends, I can prophesy your future. And I'll be so glad, Jesus, I'll be glad, when this month is over. Doesn't mean we're going to discontinue what we've been doing as far as winning our wives, but I don't have to oversee or look into Facebook to see who's doing what because of this contest. Because I've discovered by looking at Facebook, I now know why some people who used to love me don't love me anymore, because of who they're hanging with. That's real good teaching. That's real good stuff. Because when you partake of another man's offense, you know, people have started a church out of the people who got mad with me. And they got Mad Christian Center going on right now. And you got to be a bad boy to be able to start a church out of people who mad with you. I ain't scared of y'all. Far country. Here we go. I am a spirit. I am. I am a spirit. I am. That's what I am. I am. Like, who was Michael Jackson? I said, who was Michael Jackson? See, some of y'all don't know what they say. Most of y'all thinking pop star, artist, R&B, whatever. That's what he did. But who was he? And most people don't know who he was. You could clearly say he was Joe Jackson's son. Most people don't know who he was, and that's why you can't connect what you are doing with who you are, because you can do something that you aren't. Like fornicate, that ain't you. God, dog, that ain't you. I told you, okay, you remember this? That you're going to meet somebody this year that's going to change the rest of your life. You remember that? Do I have to repeat that? Yes, because some of y'all still ain't looking for them. You should get up every single day. Are you the one? Every single day. I'm going to meet somebody. You need to mutter. You need to ruminate. You need to muse, because that's the stratagem inside of what God has literally set up for everybody who's the blood-bought, blood-washed child of the Most High God. That is the stratagem. That is God's devised plan. It's his ability. It's his craftiness to give to you to overcome the evil one. Okay, listen to this. Just because you give a man the office of the pastor doesn't mean he is. And a lot of people want to be called that, but they aren't that. Okay, let's just break it down. Let's come to your house. You call yourself husband. Why y'all looking at me like that? Theron, I'm coming around. We're going to get to the good part. 100 neighbors say, we're going to get to the good part. That's a husband right here. This man I'm standing right in front of, that's a husband. Well, he was a husband. He's no longer a husband now. He's my father, but he was a husband. He may be a husband again, because I see how fly he's been looking since my mama been gone. I got my eye on him. My sister got my eye on him. And he's available. Just submit all your applications to me. We're going to go through them one by one. He said, oh, Lord. I love my father. You did a great job, sir. 65 years right here. And did it like it's supposed to be done until death do you part. So just because they are calling you something, say, but I know. Come on, talk to me. But I know I am a spirit. Okay? Say, I have a soul. No, say it like you understand. Say, I have a soul. Say, I'm a spirit. I have a soul. That's what you have, right? Like you may have money, right? Or you may have a house. You're not the money. You're not the house. You have that. You have a soul. You are a spirit. I know you heard this before, but just bear with me. You are a spirit. You have a soul. And you live in the body. You got it? If you understand, Carl, if you understand the makeup of man, and you know you are a spirit, and you have a soul, and you live in the body, you'll never, Curtis, confuse you with your body. Because I'm not my body. That's the way it ought to be earned. Y'all remember that? Am I that old? I don't sound nowhere like it. Y'all don't know that? What was that? The stylistic, the Delphonic? That's the way it ought to be heard. Who? Soul Generation? Didn't I sound like it, Karen? Oh, lied to me. I sound sorta. No. Whoever said no. That's the way it ought to. Oh, that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's gotta be. Hey. Okay, that ain't my lesson. Donnie's know what it is. That's the way it gotta be, ain't it right, Donnie? Bonnie? And people even align the makeup of man wrong. They even go body, soul, and spirit is left out. And you are a spirit. How you gonna leave me out of the makeup of man and just put up two parts? And if you don't understand, see, I gotta move you into another dimension, because when we're talking about denying ourselves, what are we really talking about? So I am a spirit. Say that, I am a spirit.
I am a spirit.
Say, I have a soul.
I have a soul.
And I live in the body.
And I live in the body.
My body is like the car I get in. That car ain't gonna move until I get in it. I'm the operator of my car. And once my car give out, I'm not going to have a possession going to the junkyard behind my car. I'm going to let my car go because that car served the purpose it was supposed to serve. And I left my car. And to be absent from your car is to be in the presence of God. Are you getting what? I'm just trying to, there's nothing deep about pastor. I teach in such simplicity that you're going to have to hire someone to help you not understand. So like when my mama jumped out of her body, she left that thing. I ain't gonna follow that thing. I'm gonna go with my mama. And some of y'all spend all this money. I saw somebody on Facebook had this huge tombstone. Man, you could sit on that thing over top of the body. You could sit on that thing. And I was looking, I'm gonna wonder how much that cost. You could have taken that money and given to me so I could buy a pocketbook. I'm saying, take the money and put it in a worthy cause like a D's house or missions or something that literally is going to increase and perpetuate the legacy of the loved one. From ashes we came, and from ashes, and I don't know why you're trying to throw some loot on the ashes. It is not your loved one. My mama has never seen a casket. My mama has never been in a casket. My mama has never been in the grave. My mama hadn't been to the graveyard. The minute my mama decided to leave the vehicle that she was riding in, she went straight to Revelation 21. My prayer is that this assists you in going to another place in your thinking, because as a man think in his heart, so is he. All right? What are you?
A spirit.
What do you have?
A soul.
And you live?
In a body.
Okay, you are?
A spirit.
You have?
A soul.
And you live?
In a body.
You are?
A spirit.
You have?
A soul.
And you live?
In a body.
Okay, you live?
In a body.
That's good. You have?
A soul.
But you live?
In a body.
But you are?
A spirit.
You have?
A soul.
You are?
A spirit.
Where you live?
In a body.
But you have?
A soul.
And you live?
In a body.
And you are?
A spirit.
You're a good class. Turn to him and say, he couldn't shake me. He couldn't shake me. I was trying. Your spirit is the real you. You are not your soul. You have one. Soul and spirit, the Bible says, it takes the word of God to discern the two, because wherever your spirit goes, your soul is going to go. Your body isn't going to always go where your spirit and soul will go. As a matter of fact, this is so good. Your soul can take off somewhere and leave your spirit and your body right where it is. Okay, see if I get this right. Your body's here with me. Oh, you got it. Did I get that right? Finish it. Okay. You're messing me around. Ooh, ooh. Have you seen her? Does that go with that song? Oh. It should, because you can be sitting right here and gone. You ever been talking to somebody and you got to get their attention? Hey! And they say, where were you? Oh man, I was thinking about the body and the spirit is right there, but their soul gone. Why is their soul gone? Because their thoughts are in a separate. It's a dangerous thing. That's what I think the American Negro something slogan saying, a mind. You let your mind run off with drugs, or you let your mind run off with alcohol, you let your mind run off with greed, you let your mind run off with lust and desires, you let your mind run, your body could be sitting right in church and you thinking about your side chick. Somebody say that ain't right. Your mind. So, but that's why the Bible says, what does it profit a man to gain the whole world? What can a man give in exchange for his thinking? We're going to put all this together in a moment. You'll see it. You'll see this soul simulator. So we have transitioned from the denying yourself portion of this particular lesson, and there have been many subtitles that have gone along with this lesson. Stick with me. Don't look for any entertainment in no sideshow. We ain't going to be jumping and running and spinning and spinning. You got to learn something. If you can learn something about your thinking, it'll change your living. If I can change my thinking, I can change my living. Say that. If I can change my thinking, I can change my living. And where you are right now is a byproduct of how you've been thinking in the past. And you are insane to think that there's going to be some change if you don't think differently than you've been thinking in the past. If you keep thinking the way you've been thinking, you're going to keep having what you've been having. But if you can change the way you've been thinking, like I said, in the midst of change, there must be a little of discomfort involved in change, because when change takes place, it moves you from a comfort zone that you've become comfortable in from the previous way that you've been thinking. But when you start thinking differently, it makes a demand on every other part of your life to move, and you're going to be uncomfortable from the initial start of that. But that comfort zone will be the next level comfort zone that you move from, because you've been thinking that way for so long. Yes, sir. You understand what I'm saying? You ever been exercising and you got to a point where you plateaued and the same regimen that you started off with was uncomfortable, but now you've been doing it so long that that thing you used to complain about is now something you can do without thinking. Yes, now when they bring that treadmill up 3 more notches in the incline, your soul is going crazy like, man, we ain't been doing this. If you stay with it, the same soul that was stretched to the next level will be stretched to that level and leave that, ooh, Jesus. How many of y'all know I used to shack? Y'all know what shacking is? Well, certainly he knows. I had this little chick. I was shacking. Don't tell Dr. Didi. I was shacking with this chick. And I called my mama one day. I said, Mom, because I've always liked nice stuff aesthetically. You can, the decorum, you come to my house, you see it. I decorated my entire house. Dr. Didi let me have. So I love nice things. I like manicure everything. I mean, my hands, feet. What a metro? What does that mean? Metrosexual. What does that mean? You put too much. I just like to look nice. I ain't one of these thug guys. Anything to do. You understand? You got thuggish look. I don't want to be a bad boy like that. But I got to, okay, I know how to go there. Okay, whatever. That's why we're capable of having a ministry in Howard County and a ministry right up against Southeast and the ministry right out here in Brandywine. The upper to middle class people. Because I can go hood on you. Yeah, okay. So just stick with me. Okay. What was I talking about? Your soul. Shacking. You didn't let that shacking thing go. I used to be a shacker. See, that's why I got to tell you all the truth, especially those who shacking, but I put myself in the same position. I ain't studying you shacking now. I ain't studying you. I'm not thinking about you. So what you shacking right now? So what? I don't see you as a shacker. I see you as God sees you. And Jeremiah, watch this. I told you all that the person that you're going to meet may be you. Kind of. You know how, when you get a good word, you think, you remember how you used to smoke weed and say, oh, y'all don't know that? Oh, I forgot, this is Brandywine. If I was down by Southeast, everybody say, yeah, Pastor, we know what you're saying. See, horror in every monger in every sense of the word. I know what it means to be a hoe. So don't try to play the whole game on me. I can go there too. Don't try to play the weed game on me. Don't try to play that. I can go pretty much. I've been in some bad places. So I said, Mama, come see my house. Had a little 800 square foot apartment laid out. I put some graphic stuff on the walls. I painted. That's when we was lining tape on the wall, and you have all these abstract kind of. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Painting them different colors. You walk in there like, man, who did that? Me. So I was so full of myself, I was enjoying it, and I picked up the phone. I said, hey, Mom, how you doing? She said, I'm doing fine, baby. How are you? She know I'm shacking. I said, fine, doing good. I said, hey, Mom, won't you come see me? My place is so nice out here. She said, I believe you, baby, because you're nice. You do everything nice like that. That's what you did when you were here, and I'm sure it looked nice. But I don't come to the house of shackers. My mama had a mindset. See, she could love me in her spirit, but her mind was the place where her standards were established. And when your standards go up, you're going to go up. But that's established in your soul. The reason why he treats you like that, because you think like that about yourself. And when you meet yourself, you're going to find out you ain't what he called you. You are what God says about you. Some of y'all coming out today. You coming out today. So dig this. Go to 11. Certain man had 2 sons. 2 connotes or denotes that there is now there's a distinguishing, there's a difference. I wonder why he said 2 sons, and I discovered he said 2 sons because in God's house there are many different sons, and they reflect many different dispositions and attitudes, because I wonder how we read out of the same book and we have different thoughts. I wonder how you think differently about coming to church every Sunday. I mean, we're in Brandywine every Sunday. I wonder how. I wonder how it's possible that we read out of the same book and we all have different views of tithing. We have different views of loving our wives. We have different views of raising our children. We have different views of drinking and not drinking. We have different views of everything. How are my standards, which literally has revealed the fruit from my standards? Because if you don't examine your harvest, you don't care what standards you have. You don't care what you're sowing. Because if my kids were not doing like someone else's kids who are doing something well, I've got to just reevaluate what I've been implementing in my house so I can get the same. We're reading the same book, we're going to the same church, and my kids are acting differently from your kids. Somebody got to stop and say, wait a minute, hold up.
We're living by faith.
Thank you for viewing Living by Faith. If you would like to obtain a copy of today's lesson or any other featured item, please give us a call at 1-888-630-4540.
When mama maintained the same standard, it didn't allow me to be comfortable. When your own mama said, I can't do that, son. I ain't going with you on that. That is not how I raised you. That's that tough love that some of you don't want to give, that you're going to have to start giving. And this year, you're going to have to start right, watch this, stay right, and finish right, relative to your hearing me. And just because things are bad right now, doesn't mean that they're going to be bad forever. And the enemy doesn't want you to get a glimpse of another day, a day where you are thriving and flourishing and having all your needs met. He doesn't want you to see that. But I got good news for you. He who has begun a good work in you, and all of it starts with your heart. Say, my heart. Don't be concerned how people will respond to you. You do what's in your heart.
Dr. Mike teaches us that life is a series of decisions that you need to make, and if you make good decisions after another, you're going to live the good life. To order this 6-disc CD or DVD set, call 1-888-630-4540. Again, that's 1-888-630-4540, or visit www.spiritoffaith.org.
If you're ever in the Washington or Baltimore metropolitan areas, we invite you to worship with us at one of our Saturday evening or Sunday morning services. Please give us a call at 1-888-630-4540.